First day back in the office after traveling for vacation is always the worst, and it's a gloomy day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So what better day to try a new recipe? Tonight we're making steak tips and gravy. Allow me to present a problem. So as you can see, we have the record wall here. That is not a problem in itself. You can see, however, it is getting slightly full. These shelves are maxing out. That is a problem that we will solve by installing smaller shelves on this wall, maybe here, wherever, but I do not have the needed tools to get the job done. So let's take care of that right now. So popped in Home Depot, big boy purchase, I guess, drill driver for the crib. That's one thing I've definitely learned since moving out is tools are something that you're gonna have to have. And they come in handy more often than not. And I have none, I have some. I have very basic tools, no power tools. These are my first power tools that I've A, ever bought for myself, B, that I own, kind of period. I live close enough to my family where like I could coordinate to get a drill to install like little jobs, but A, just kind of annoying, making sure that I get everything back when it needs to be, whatever. Plus second, and I don't know if this is a dude thing or not, like exclusively, I hate borrowing stuff. It makes me feel like so beta, whatever. So I'll kind of show you what we picked up whenever we get back to the crib, but yeah, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pickups, the kind of one of the first like proper, I guess, grown-up purchases. At least I've made in a while. I kind of have been on the buying bullshit kick recently. But M12 Fuel Series drill driver combo. Is this overkill for what I do? Yes. Is that also fine? Yes. Was it a little expensive? Yes, but I also got this tire inflator for free, which I think kind of makes it worth it. Hopefully some cool ideas and some cool projects kind of come about now owning these power tools. Slightly off topic of this whole montage thing, but I have never figured out how to open packages like this. These ones with like the stamped steeled edges, like obviously I've opened them with just like stabbing through them, but there has to be a better way. If you know the better way, if you know the answers, comments please. And that is your power tool unboxing for the day. I'll catch up with you guys later. they're here. I think it actually turned out pretty good, all things considered. Like, the layout I think is good, whatever. I hate this whatever that is. That's been an eyesore problem for me ever since I moved in. It looks good. I'm happy with it. Helps with the storage situation. I'll work on the records that are up here, colors, make it kind of like look nicer. But maybe we'll figure out a solution for that stupid box too. But all around success. That's kind of a very common occurrence on a Friday when I get home from work on the start of the 5 to 9 is trying to get it a little cleaner. The mess piles up, man, and like working, I don't work like crazy long hours, but sometimes I do, and it's very easy to just like be tired during the week, make a mess. So I always try and reset the space at least a little bit going into the weekend. But working on some kind of like behind the scenes projects, learning some new stuff, learning some new skills, which has been very fun. So putting in a little shift is always a good time. The kind of like side questy projects I've been working on that are outside of my normal scope, so outside of like freelance photo and video jobs and my 9 to 5 and content, you know, now has been learning about AI. I've met some people kind of since moving to Charlotte and since starting my career and stuff who know a ton about Claude and a ton about Claude code and a ton about like AI agents, that sort of thing. As of right now, I've built a few kind of surface level tools, one of which is helping me plan, structure, and really schedule my production for these YouTube videos. More of that to kind of come soon. And if you're curious at all kind of what I've been doing, let me know in the comments and then we can talk about it at a later time. So one thing about myself, as I hope you can kind of tell from parts of this video, is that I love to cook. I'm steady on food TikTok all the time. And while I was on vacation last week, I saw a ton of people making these canned fish recipes. And it just looked like a fun little thing to do. And I really didn't want to make anything kind of that required heavy lifting tonight. So what people have been making is basically this tinned salmon from Trader Joe's. So we literally just have some crispy white rice, salmon, and I mixed it with some soy, some rice vinegar, some garlic, some salt, a little sesame oil. Get that with some chili crisp. I've got these little seaweed guys. One thing about me is I will take these TikTok cooking trends on. I think it's fun as somebody who enjoys cooking. I'll let you guys know how this kind of ends up. All right, so as you can see, didn't stand a chance. It's pretty good. If you have kind of seen it on TikTok too, I recommend giving it a whirl.